All right. Good evening, everyone. We've now been joined by our race-winning team owner for tonight's NASCAR Xfinity Series race here at Nashville Superspeedway, and that is Dale Jr. Dale, thanks for spending some time with us. In the interest of time, we'll go ahead and open for questions. If you have a question for Dale, raise your hand, and we'll get a microphone to you. And we will start over here in the far corner.
Dale, a great performance from all JRM cars tonight. Does it make you nervous when you have the rookie and the veteran up there racing for the lead when they have really the most competitive and best cars here tonight?
No, it doesn't really make me that nervous unless he's going for a title. But more nervous about the way the other two ran. You know, I feel like that Carson and Sammy are incredible race car drivers, and anytime they aren't running as well as the other two, I feel like that we've let them down, not give them the equipment that they need to do the job that I know that they're capable of doing. I think the world of both of those guys. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about the last couple of laps. That and no yellow, right? So, you know, this is a great racetrack for Justin. Always runs good here. Jim puts a really, really great race car on every single racetrack we go to for Justin. Justin's coming out of a championship where he's chased that for so many years, and I feel like that now that he has that out of the way, his racecraft is as good as it's ever been. Way, way less mistakes. He's just really calm, putting great races together. So he's really dangerous for the rest of the competition at this point, I think, in his career. Zilich did a great job tonight, just really strong, continues to learn on the ovals. He's still got a lot to go to gain and grow and understand, and he's already, you know, pushing Justin for a win tonight. So as he keeps developing, he's going to be in sensational. So, and Ross driving with us tonight was a lot of fun. I love when I consider those, you know, him and those guys that are the Cup guys, peers of mine still in some weird way. But been a friend of Ross's for a long time. He rented a house from us for a really long time while he's trying to get his roots in the sport. So I've known him for a while, and always good to be around him, talk to him. He's got a great attitude, and fun to have him drive our cars and tell us how to get better. So it's a pretty fun weekend, and end result was what we was hoping for.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Jonathan Howard on 3 Sports. It feels like Justin and Connor are now starting to kind of battle weekly, and how much is that not just helping Connor but also helping Justin to have somebody breathing down his neck like that and a talented driver like Connor?
That's a really good point. You know, it's obviously great for Connor to have somebody like Justin around that's running as well as he is to, you know, as well as the other competition. Of course, Connor's being challenged at every turn, but it's good for Justin to be tested too. You know, especially at that age, and you need something to continue to challenge you. And it wasn't an easy win. He had a little pressure there late, so that's definitely good for Justin, especially as we're trying to build, you know, momentum toward the playoffs. You want to peak at the right time, and if you're really successful in the early part or the middle part of the season, you can tend to nose over a little bit. And while other teams are working to get better, they swing right past you at the wrong point, right when the playoffs are starting, and you've lost a little bit of your advantage, if not all of it. So we definitely love to be challenged, and this series, you know, humbles you really quick. So, yeah, we're lucky to have success tonight, but next week's a new challenge.
All right, any additional questions for Dale? Okay, we'll go to Dustin.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Dale, Justin was able to get both of his daughters in the car and drive them to victory lane, and maybe that's something you'll get to do at another level, but you'll never do it at this level.
Yeah.
What kind of appreciation, or just being a father and just seeing that Justin has that moment, that while you've accomplished a lot of things, that's, if you have that moment, it's going to be on a smaller scale?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way the timing worked out, and I love to see. It's kind of this new, you know, somewhat of a new trend, I think, when drivers are winning and they're able to encourage and include their kids to be a part of that front straightaway interview, and it's a great moment. It really is. If you're a father, it's touching and emotional. And so I certainly feel that, even if it's another driver or somebody that drives for another team. It's just a great moment to see. And I think if you're a parent, you certainly can imagine what that must feel like, and that really does hit home. I was at dance recitals this morning for both of my girls, so I'm on a whole different plan, honestly. But it's and I don't know. I wonder what they'll think about my career, or what they want to know about it. But maybe I talked to Chase about this a little bit, and honestly, he has a hard time sort of quantifying his own father's career because he missed such a large portion of it, right? And so I don't know that you can ever really, they can't know it unless they lived it. So that's just kind of something you have to accept. That's the way it is. But pretty fun to see Justin still successful, still really kind of in his prime, enjoying life with his family.
Could you imagine doing that with your daughters if you wanted to race at some point?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's become protocol at this level. Where I'm at, I don't know if that's protocol down there, but they might be in bed asleep by the time checker flag falls on a late model stock race somewhere, if I ever win one of those. But and I might not be done running Xfinity cars just yet, but I only got a couple left in me, if any.
All right, Chris.
Chris KnightCatchNS.com. Congrats, Dale. There was a lot of praise from the NASCAR industry and from the fan base about Brian's debut last weekend. I was just wondering if you could, your thoughts on how it went and the outlook for the remaining 4 races.
That was it was a fun race. The 600's been one of the best races. A lot of people say it might be the best race on the series. So we got a really good race to kick off our coverage. We have a lot of flexibilities as a streaming platform that allow us to do things a little differently that the networks don't have. And so we were in a position to succeed, and I'm glad that people enjoyed what they saw. Incredible team of people some that I've known very briefly, some that I've known for years that are part of all of this. Some familiar faces and some new faces. So that I walked into the TV compound and they were eager. There was tons of effort. Everybody smiling. Everybody excited from the start of the weekend. They were fired up and ready to go. And it's weird, it's like a race team. The same sort of competitive spirit, the same motto, the want to, the get up and go, the hustle. All of that is present in the TV compound, just like it is at a race shop or in the garage. Everything that I've ever experienced in racing it can be found inside of that TV compound because everybody wants to do an amazing job, and everybody leans on each other so hard because we all succeed off of each other's efforts. If one person falls short or makes a mistake, it's a tough deal, and you don't want to be that person. But anyways, it was a great weekend, and we just got to keep up the momentum, stay on the gas, prepare hard every week, study, and we got a short little runway, so it's good to get off the ground good and fast. So 5 races, man, that's not a lot of races to really get into a rhythm. I felt like when I was doing the NBC stuff, I didn't feel like I was where I needed to be till 5 races left in the season in a 20-race stretch. We don't got but 5 races total on the Amazon side. So I'm glad we started off with a lot of good momentum and felt like we'd been doing it for a while. So it's, we'll see if we can keep it going, man. I hope we have good success this weekend. I know we'll have a great race. This sport's on a big upswing. Everything's right there in front of us. Things are really going good in the sport. A lot of storylines, really, really good storylines in the Cup Garage. So we should have everything at our fingertips for a good show tomorrow.
All right. Any final questions for Dale? All right, Dale, congrats again. Thanks for spending some time with us.